Hey everybody, this is Tony here. We're going to do a very brief Pixlr tutorial which will show you how to make an image with a YouTube friendly aspect ratio. So what we're looking at here is the Pretty YouTube code generator, which is located in the edit post page in the Pretty YouTube meta box here. And if you click the little blue question mark next to step 2, I've put a lot of tips here about how to create an image, and I've made some templates that make this easier. I actually put a Pixlr template and I put an Adobe Photoshop template if you have Photoshop, but the cool thing about Pixlr is it's free. So all you do is you start by right-clicking and then save to your hard drive, and you can say I already saved it, so I'm not going to do that again. Then you switch to pixlr.com, Pixlr.com, open an image, and there you go. Now I've created a little image here of kind of an island beach scene. So I just want to go over real quick a few things. I'm going to drag this layers palette down so you can see I have the background layer, the island layer, and then I have my 3 text layers. So when you want to change text in Pixlr, you just select the layer you want and you click on the text tool here, little A picture, and you click on the actual text itself. The box will pop up. You could type something like ocean living or something like that. There's other options to change. If I wanted to change something else here, oops, you can see I didn't get it, so I gotta select, I want to change to San Diego, so I'm going to click on that layer and then click the San Diego. Maybe I'll change that to Oceanside. Okay. And so another thing, when I say a YouTube friendly aspect ratio, what they're talking about is the aspect of, it's basically the width and the height. You notice how this width and this height looks about the same as a YouTube video that you would see on youtube.com. Well, that's because it is the same that you would see on youtube.com. This is if I click image size, this is a 640 by 360 pixel image, which is exactly the size of videos on youtube.com. So when you're placing an image over the video you choose, it's helpful, from a web-based perspective, because it's going to exactly cover the image itself when you use an image that's 640 by 360. And if you use a different numbers here, like, I don't know, 600 by 600, then you're going to have a box. And of course, if you try to fit a box into a rectangle, you can't do it. So what happens is that it's going to stretch the image, and it won't look as good, because you don't want to stretch the image. You want to have the image as pure as possible. So we just went over how to change text. Now, if you want to actually change the picture and keep the YouTube friendly aspect ratio, I found another picture here of some rocks. And I'm just I right click and I hit copy image. I go back to Pixlr. I'm gonna click on the island layer, which is just this picture of an island. And I can actually just do Control V on the keyboard, or I think I can just do edit and then paste on Pixlr itself. And if you see up here, it gave me this yellow alert message, and that's because it's asking you permission to let Pixlr access that image. And here it is in their JavaScript warning, but it's okay. You can trust this application. So, okay, I'm going to allow that. And you can see this layer 6 popped up right above the island. So now, the problem is, I'm going to hit my move tool on the top left here. The problem is this picture is, it's very long, first of all, and it goes way over here, in terms of width. So I'm not really getting my picture. So of course I have to make it smaller to fit in my 640 by 360 pixel image here. So to do that, I go edit, free transform, and then I start dragging my picture down. But as you can see, I'm also squashing it. So to resize without squashing, you hit the shift key on your keyboard as you're moving your mouse, and you can see now I'm not squashing. Okay, so again, here's with me not pressing shift, and I end up screwing up my rocks and squashing them. But when I hold shift, I can only make it bigger or smaller. My rocks maintain their aspect ratio. So I'm gonna keep moving this around a little bit, pressing shift, moving it a little bit smaller. Okay, so I'm too small there, but I'm gonna stick it in the middle of my image, hold shift, and I'm gonna kind of move up, and I'm almost there. Now I still have my other image here on the side, so I'm just gonna get a little bit bigger, and now you can see I'm filling up my whole image. And I clicked my move button again, and it said, do you want to apply the changes? Yes, I do. So there is my new image. So I've just imported a new image as well as resized it with a YouTube friendly aspect ratio. Okay, now I want to stick it on my blog and using the pretty YouTube plugin. So I just do File, Save, and then I'm just going to want to save it as a JPEG. Quality, I don't know, about 75 or so is pretty safe. And then you'll just save it to the C drive. Now, the trick here is you have to get it on the internet now. And one easy way to do that, I mean, of course, you can just go use your upgrade, or your upload tools in WordPress itself, or you can just FTP it to the internet. Another way to do that is just to use Imager. And just hit computer, and then browse to your C drive, and then here's the one I just saved, and start the upload. There's the upload image. Now I just click it, and now I have my URL, which you can see right here. And that's what pretty YouTube plugin needs to actually function. It needs that URL. All right, so now you have the URL of a properly scaled and sized image on the net, and you're just ready to go back to your blog. And this is what you would insert right here at step 2, and there you go. And you keep find the YouTube video you want, which always starts with an HTTP, and then you'd have to put your YouTube video there, type a caption if you want one, put your code, copy it into your text area, and then you're done there. But the important part was getting an image with a correct aspect ratio. So there you go.